Hey kids, welcome to 3.6AB. We've got an easy lesson tonight. Standard format, review, video work, some guided work, and some independent work. Let's get going. Here are your review problems. Go ahead and take a look at those. Work on those for 5 minutes max, and I'll go over them with you. All right. The old 4m plus 1 equals 13. Well, that's a two-step equation. We've got to get rid of this plus 1 first. We subtract 1 on both sides. We've got just 4m left, and now we have 12. This is multiply, so we divide to get rid of the 4's. Those guys cross off. I don't think I put a cross in there, so I'll cross it off real quick. And cross these guys off. 4 divided by 4 is 1m, or just m, equals 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Pop it in. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Find the area and perimeter of a square with the side. Find the area and perimeter of a square with the side that's 3 inches long. Well, when you think about it, the perimeter is just going to be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 4 times 3. The area is going to be the base times the height, because a square is a rectangle too. So the bottom of it is 3. The height is the same. Is 3. 3 times 3, or 3 squared. 9 inches squared. All right, write expressions for this situation. Sarah bought a box of Valentines. She wanted to give 13 away to her friends and 1 to her doggy. She has 10 left. Write an equation that, when solved, will find the number of Valentines in the box. Here's the Valentines she started with. There's minus the 13 plus the 1. If you want to do minus 13 and minus 1, you could do that. Equals 10. I just simplified it to Valentines minus 14. Brooke spent 84 bucks at Iviva. She bought several headbands for 12 bucks a piece. So here's the 84 equals $12 times the number of headbands. All right. Good luck. Easy target tonight. Let's just cruise by through this. There's going to be 2 quizzes, so let's get it done. Hey, Valley Middle. Welcome back to another math video. Tonight, area and perimeter of a rectangle. Before we do that, let's go ahead and start with the trivia question of the day. Do all the kings on a deck of cards have mustaches? We'll be back with the answer to that after instructions. Tonight, officially, I can find the perimeter and area of a rectangle. Let's do this thing. Looking at the old Casa de Dudley. Wait, did I slip into Spanish again? So multilingual. A couple real-world questions here. I want to put a fence around our yard, including a gate on the front of the driveway. How many feet of fencing will I need to do this? Well, let's take an aerial view of that. So my lot is 92 feet wide and 108 feet deep. So I would need 108 feet of fence on this side, plus 92 on this side, plus 108 on this side, plus 92 on this side. Or you can think about it as 108 plus 108 plus 92 plus 92. No matter how you slice it, my friend, 400 feet of fencing. Okay? That's the perimeter. Notice it's linear. You could just be walking the perimeter of this. So therefore, it's just 400 feet. It's not square feet. It's linear feet, or just plain feet. All right? Next question. What if I want to put a giant tent over the entire property to hide it from the Google Earth cameras? How many square feet of tents? How many square feet would the tent's roof have to be to cover the entire lot? Well, this is a little bit different here. So now I'm actually looking at square units, just like this screen I've got over here. I'm just ready to slide that screen on there. It's going to have to be 108 units by 92 units. We just multiply those two together. All right, so that's going to be, we're looking at the base. Here's the base of it times the height. 108 times 92, that would be 9,936. Now you've got that square feet, because it's two-dimensional here. Okay? You can even see the squares in there. That's why I picked that one. All right, let's take a look at a little math word O'Dale. Perimeter is just the distance around the outside of a shape. The area is the measure of the surface, or measure of a surface or piece of land. Area, perimeter, I want you to think of go PP. Perimeter plus. That's what I tell kids. Everybody goes, oh, I'll go to the bathroom, PP. No, perimeter is PP. Perimeter plus. Perimeter plus. You just plus all the way around. All right, area, I want about thinking of covering something with a tent or wrapping paper. How much would you need? A couple of formulas for area. The old school formula is a length times width, and you can see I put it in small blue letters down there. But really, I want you to get into this, this thinking of base times height. Base times the height. Base times height. Is it really the same as length times width? Yes, but We want to use those terms, base times height, because it's going to make your formulas for all kinds of volume and other area of all other shapes much, much easier if we can just be consistent. This is the base, and there's the height. Kind of like a triangle, right? Base times height divided by 2 in the case of a triangle. But all right, let's look one more problem, and I'm just going to cut you loose to do a couple. I think these are really pretty straight up and easy. All right, this one right here. What is the perimeter and what is the area? Well, the perimeter is going to be PP, right? 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. So that looks like 18 feet, and again, it's linear. What's the area? Well, it's going to be the base times the height here. 6 times 3, and that's going to be 18, and that's going to be feet squared. Slam bam, thank you, ma'am, right? Super easy target. Go ahead. How about Fluffy's kennel? What's the perimeter? What's the area? Well, let's see what you did. Perimeter, 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8. I got 28 feet. It's linear feet again, or just plain old feet. Area, the base times the height. Well, the base would be 6 times the height would be, the base would be 8 times the height of 6. 8 times 6 is 48, and that's going to be feet squared. Oh, you want to see Fluffy? Oh, look at Fluffy. Oh, nice. Is that Miss Palinka's dog? No, that's the dog I bought for Mrs. Palinka to guard me. All right. You know I had to work on it somewhere. How about old Papa Person's garden here? Go ahead and see if you can figure out what the area and the perimeter of this garden would be. He's even got it all laid out there for all his veggies. All right. Well, perimeter, 4 plus 8 plus 4 plus 8. Pretty slam dunk there. Or 2 times 4 plus 8, if you'd like to think of it about it that way. It's 24 feet. And the area, that's going to be the base times the height. Now, they didn't label the base down here, but it's going to be the same as this, right? So it's still going to be 8 times 4 would be the base times height, which is a 32 feet squared. All right, here we go. Go ahead and knock this baby down. What's the perimeter and area of this just one shape here? 2 quick questions. All right. And the answer to the trivia question, do all the kings on a deck of cards have mustaches? Actually, they don't. The King of Hearts does not have a mustache, typically. Not in all decks, but typically the King of Hearts does not. Check the deck you have at home. Pretty good little trivia question there. Did I tell you that was going to be an easy lesson, or what? All right. I'm just going to stress this right here. Measure of the surface is length times width, or base times height. The base here would be 6, the height would be 10. Or we can think of it this way. Base times height. Depends upon the orientation of the shape. Perimeter, go PP, perimeter plus, area, base times height. All right? Let's take a look at a couple of examples here. I'd like you to number these. I'm going to put these right down in this area here. You can just take a number 1 through 6, 1 through 4, 1 through 4. Yeah, I think it'll all fit. You could probably use the whole page. You'll probably want to just put this page over here into Notability. So if you want to just use the bottom half of your page for this, this is fine. If you're okay, this one here will be probably simpler to do that way. All right, let's get going on those problems then. First problem here, find the perimeter of each rectangle. Well, let's think about that. You're just going to have to add things up, right? Think about it for a second. You don't have to do all the work. You can just put down the answer for this one if you like. But your answer should be like this. 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. I did the area as well just because I'm an overachiever, but 18 yards. A lot of times I'll just look at it and say, well, here's 9, and this is 9, so it's going to be 9 times 2. All right, here's another one right here. Go ahead, you can find the perimeter of this one. If you want to be an overachiever, you can find the area 2. PP, here's the perimeter. 4.5 plus 4.5 plus 1.9 plus 1.9 looks like 12.8 centimeters. Multiply those two together to get the area. It would be 8.55 centimeters squared. This is kind of an interesting problem here. I've always liked doing this problem with kids. Photography, a photograph is 5 inches wide. The perimeter of the photograph is 24 inches. What's the length of the photograph? I think you have to draw this one out. There it is. I knew I had it somewhere. Okay, so I just drew this out. It's 5 inches wide, and I'm trying to figure out how long it is. And we know that inside altogether it's going to be 5 plus 5 plus a question mark is going to be 24, right? So we can think about it this way. If you took the 24 and you subtracted the 10 that you'd have 14. If you do that 14 and divide it by 2, you get 7. Here's another way of looking at it. Hey, these two numbers together here, they have to equal half of 24. So half of 24 is 12. This number's got to be 7. Okay, because this will be 12 and this one will be 12. Okay. Again, you just put down the answers these as we run through them. Find the area of this rectangle. You go ahead and just do that in your calculator if you'd like. I got 3.8. Maybe you could have done it in your head. Hopefully you did. Another area one right here. It's here someplace. There it is. 5 times 5.25, 26.25, and that's again feet squared. These areas are always in units squared. And then this one here, let me move my face here so you can see it. Length and area of a rectangle. The length and the area and length of a rectangle are 30 square feet and 6 square feet respectively. Well, let me draw this out for you. So the area of this is 30, and that's going to be equal to 6 times something. Well, if I just think about this, about sliding this over like this, you know, this is going to be 6x here, the base, or the base up here. It's just going to be this number times something over here to equal 30. Again, you can reverse that operation, go 30 divided by 6, it's got to be 5 feet. Double check your answer, pop it in. Real simple stuff. Let's look at 4 yabbits. Yabbit number 1. Yabbit! What's the area of this? Take a second, go ahead and answer it. Well, some people say 36. This is a great teaser here, but problem is we got 2 different units, and you can't have these 2 different units here. You're going to have to come up with a unit of a measure here. You're going to go with feet or inches. So if you use inches, you would go, well, 1 foot is 12 inches, so I have a common measure on this side and here. Multiply 12 times 36, that's 432 inches, and I do see that there, so that looks good. If for some reason these were more in feet, we did have some answers in feet here, you could also do it that way. Leave this measurement in feet, take 36 divided by 12 and get 3 feet here, and then that would be 3 feet squared. Both of those are possible answers. There's only one of them there, 432 square inches. There's a couple of those on tests and quizzes, so watch out for those. Same thing here. What's the perimeter? And again, you might want to say, well, it's 1 plus 36 plus 1 plus 36. Yeah, that's not going to work because you have to have the common units. So you could say that, you know, it's 12 plus 36 plus 12 plus 36, which is 96 inches. Here's our answer right there. That must be the correct one. Another possibility, if these were all in feet, it could have been 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 3, because this is 1 foot and this is 3 foot. Bottom line, the yabbit is, make sure you have the same unit of measure on both of these. Otherwise, you have to do a little conversion. All right, here was the clue up here where I had that little helper. Okay, let's keep going. 2 more yabbits. Yabbit! What's the perimeter and area of this? These are on the test and on some quizzes coming up too. This is just not a big deal. It says right here that x is 11, so pop it in. X is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. We just had that lesson where we just taken substitute a value in for x. Same thing over here. X is 11, so 3 times 11 is 33. Now, what's the perimeter? Well, the perimeter is 33 plus 11 plus, 33 plus 13 plus 33 plus 13. Right across here looks like 92 units. What's the area? Again, we're going to measure, we're just going to multiply 13 by 33. We get 429 units squared there. Okay? Those are your 4 yabbits. You're going to see them on tests. All right, 4 word problems for you to work on your own. I'll give you a couple minutes to pause the video. Go ahead and work through those. Should take you less than 5 minutes. Here are your answers. Make these a little bit larger so you can see them a little more clearly. Okay. And finally, your independent work. This one will be attached to your assignment, so you can just download it, put it into Notability. 1 through 14, really easy. Make sure you're following the directions. Make sure you're finding either perimeter or area, depending upon what it asks for. I do like these problems down here at the bottom. Kids freak out. I can't find it! Sure you can. You've got a length or a base, and you got a width or a height. You got 2 measures. That's all you really need, right? Wait! It's a fraction! I can't handle it! Sure you can. 4.5 is 1 divided by 2. That's 4.5, right? Yeah, I know you guys know this stuff. I just like talking, so I just mumble it. All right, go ahead and work through that worksheet, and I'll show you the answers to that as well, so you make sure you got those correct. Okay. Notice here your perimeter and area. Did you get them both? I hope so. Okay. Perimeter and area down here as well. If you didn't, you'll have to go back and recalculate those. Read your instructions. All right, thank you so much. Good luck on your quizzes. These should be a couple easy 4s for everybody.